no pay ebeko akosi awia 125 na ba 130 na draw no etimi ede aba yewia ene Tuesday lucky Tuesday ebeba so na chese yedi agudie no so ahihye so the same time they say ekwa na chi on the phone bi abetimi atwa to 755 phone no so me pa atwa nkonene obi ye na dwuma wo baabi o agent o so akrozo semasa yesi akrozo 755 until scale e phone no so ana mama yesa akonya no entino 755 on the phone na akrozo 8 ye draw nti ya do nti embo be 815 ko 830 no that time ya draw na wi nti ya network system no ye push amamu ne be jare nti ya ma nya abotre ba se unya abotre person hwe bi live then no akwatra television Ghana television 8 p.m. no se unya biti wo akọ office wo mia na aba two kid enele omo mayare millionaires 590 mobile ni ajo se eda wonsem.
All right, so Tiago Alcantara was here on also did the foreign stories in my Tiago na boko de
kopa radio adom me hoye
ya the radiance
pa
the radiance na if you so boko de
radio adom if you boko
di boni bi wasen kama ye ko bi but still ya na atia fa so sa mentimi ya me se me frɛ wa if you but chale
twezi ade kopa
o se me frɛ no
be wure be fi
o se me nim enyo se ba me so a mentimi because ada me promising se me frɛ no
it I just say o tworo to ho
o se isa me twɛ call no so to
hwɛ kopa me se sa na me no
asa me anyu
7:30 sports ya na refi
ko de se entwɛn to
utim hu nipa onim nipa na utwa
nti se me bu eba mtima
wa anye no ho a hwɛ
o se me frɛ no me de manu na frɛ no nti ma se me bopa na me o se me frɛ no o se me frɛ na itimi bon komo akra na enu a woni pa nso kɔ amorin kɔ so dem se kwa no be kwa amanfo twabo ni pa England fo no kwa de Gary Neville nsim bi o kan me nim after say a second minute already dig Gary Neville comments in there
me voice no say Sky Sports that time no mo no enyam 7:30 sports omo from wo feel on Jimmy Karaga no he Jimmy Karaga voice
Karaga make Karaga na Gary Neville Karaga na
also any sympathy the man ran ho cry and me
I read a lot about it and it's so funny but it's all good the coach is there say as I coach there is normal
but how say Saki coach Manchester Ibia but the same results
me who e be so mo say Ineos from say mo team of France and so we did be say o masake coaches be 8 o my point coaches be 8 so people believe say o mo nim di o mo ye cause some decision making be brave they get it wrong nti because say if it's about system there why didn't you bring a coach when you say the system you see say won pɛ dia akofa le be ye nti
United penny for no who how on person of the club no be on person dudru I think so malusu focus direction of the club since Ferguson Koeno o malusu because ana okay when you say coach we say na me start here
didn't na kofa ne ba
eno ana
so you be a wo ye den say person ye na de
yeah brother he can say Madiba can say the reason why Abasa anko for using Moreno because omunim ni send the direction ni bibia na Abasa dey
no mo dey ni say
so omo for Pep Guardiola enti oya club na akofobia dey na opese oye Man City who say oh Roberto Mancini mu abane ade sisi a direction say ni pese de ko e be hia obi ti say Pep
na ko find by
na ko find by sisi Manchester dey no mo ye
tell omunim de
mo ye
7:30 sports
coach go United bia be bre
that reflects about Burnley ni say Sunday game ni here dey be fa ti say but this all the details in your mind and I was men so
so the details in my mind nyame nko ankeko ye tuma mento Adem la Lukman ne Victor Osimhen
game no mehwa me nyako bi na ko ne e wantimenti na me hia concentrate ka kantimenti me adwena nko ba nye say anopa na me hwe videos ni say BBC wo park
omo ni bufi and
7:30 sports
me the details be ba
also
and some Nigeria supporters Adem la Lukman na akasa
so so me tin voice
ana mu coach no so akasa
okay
ye be hwe
okay
ehun nsem
okay atinti
and so Mo Salah is a trophy on you who ko busa na semi after Egypt game no no say chama I say ma koka pama akɔ the whole world asoma be kan de say me ni ho me bo ma you de
onko se Liverpool ase na
o say asa okɔ still like hu wi o na o ka de na afa ho
ngofu mu de o mo adwene o
kopa nti de wo ho nso no
but wa me nchi Leberante bi e fe ne kwabena we taxi driver
oh okay
na kwabena no me nye so se anopa bi adura 7:30 sports wonti da
oh okay
kwabena taxi taxi drivers on bro mo ase omunnim adwuma onye on drive basa kwabena Yamisha ai kwabena so boy adwuma yi pa wotene kama you save
wotimi da
wotimi da
mo se driver relax utwi car na passenger da na just onu ka
twi ti kwabena metane kan bia me comfortable na on fa so ni agro ba ko si ti kwabena Yamisha na oma ahoje de bia so de be ya adwuma yes and also very important na kwabena am so kwabena
twi car na nam
ono no de kubase baby ona mo
okay
kwabena ni station o to no baby
on nam
yes kwabena na baby anti kwabena happens to be my church member and yes I church member but on for shoni ni agran kasa yes anti yancha kwabena na there's one guy be on so prince on no Ashton see Ashton baby a park no no
okay
you want to know you can say
kuna do ya dom hono
the new credit on the other part
I am office me came are you for office
I share municipality the one on so anti prince so prince channel pay on so fashion in agunti taxi driver for muti na bibro obu ayinim obu ayinim ni papa ni but muti omo ayinim ni abomudi no you say wuti encounter me ento
taxi drivers no
trotro drivers muti na ene obi kumafo trotro driver on so fashion in agro cranty ya che obi na de obi anso ase tagu ti enkomra
yenkomra
because na stores musu mu de na
Chelsea latest wa ha
Chelsea latest na coach no say omanya apa no ntoma na enya official omunya na official kra
un say omo so ayen hyehyeye say modie na isi akete kansam no ma eti midweek nso ho
say omo so wachina
midweek onti coach we bebo na iramu a ombo wi bo FA Cup
weekend no
yes honum na ha ibehu new coach so motete bench
team and Premier League be ho ne
ya midweek ho ne
Syria so ho
Syria so ho ejikopa enya
asa AFCON ya boy wi na
da bi parents no kopa yehu say me the old name say me the
the next thing
yes
because as a me hu many Morocco ni team is Cameroon SMC when we a big match me ba say Cameroon film sa embuo mo bantem
beboa
because
nipa nyu
say Cameroon
be ono no hwefa
wo say wiaso bia oni interest
emum de na wiaso ni interest asenka oni
7:30 sports
say Cameroon ne Ivory Coast film a man you de beboa
mo
konya sa me ba na bia yawe tell me enkobra
infalators no emfam tudwa matches no etime ba so afcon ye de ho nsem no ebetime e de tudwa sanso na akopiem a Chelsea airport coach unse eno ye de mount no e de betudwa ba Chelsea kwanya omo fa so akopem coach ni ade ye de ho nsem no ebetime eja bro sanso ana akopiem Manchester United omo so den pa omo so airport coach eno ebeto dwa Zavini ade ye de ho nsem ebe panti ye be wrama the details eno so cross so no AFCON games eno so etime ba so no nyina ho nsem e wo fie ha ye de latest no ebe etime edama what the message no e de 0544 24 40 40 0544 24 40 40 na ya kenka bibia kama enso etime de ma no hu de koso e wo microphone cross na ye be sase e de free matches na ye setime ka yam enso AFCON na senatie eno akopiem a onsem de tudwa se early kick-off game ba kuba todwa eno ye Egypt emasa eno Egypt etimachi Benin so me kamensa Benin so team no ete kanumba akona ma memfa ntodwa se de no koye denden team game no ekokopiem extra time na ye start game no first half Egypt and shebe ye konya maya ye famu Benin no omo so antima shebe on se game we de se Egypt ekwakobo Benin no bianim sa de na be fo e de mama ye famu Egypt no first half Egypt and Chevy South na Benin almost Timan Chevy na second half no ana yekonya akwada ye fan Marvin Ataya akwada no make first goal edema Egypt manage team no akwe ema yekonya Benin abranti ye fan Dosu akwada no kote ka edema Benin na team no ema full time na ye 1-1 na say game no room enso extra time na extra time no ana masa Egypt ekosu Japan edi go maya ye form motor Benin so Abranti efeni Yasa Ibrahim eko she go Mo Salah enso she go edema Egypt na she team no ana yekonya game ba kwa eno so etime ba so meche omaya ye form Nigeria enso etime ji Mozambique eso me kan masa Mozambique for 90 man na game no na mo den Abranti a ye fena Victor Osimhen etimi enya go yekonya Demla Lukman ono kran ese first goal na Victor Osimhen ebe second goal yekonya Victor Osimhen obese third goal ana Brantia ye fen Iko Adams edit fourth goal na so edema Nigeria omo NSA team tenom e games eno yetimi konya e AFCON masa eno anan tokwa ekoso na yede ho nsam ne beba ene matches no ye wetima akwa konya bi Algeria ebofo biema omo bodia Congo ene Algeria bodia Congo masa sa game we ebe ye pa enso nti Algeria bodia Congo refa ye fer Mohamed Mouraf El Masu ono efi Egypt ono na ekwa akodi sa game na Cote d'Ivoire Burkina Faso eno 7 p.m. na game no enso baswa Grand Stadia Marik ehona game no so baswa Cote d'Ivoire enso Burkina Faso eno ye 7 p.m. ana sa game no betima kwa akotodwa na ma me fa todwa eno Nigeria game baswa entokwa Ademola Lookman ene Victor Osimhen ninyina ne se Victor Osimhen se Ademola Lookman kwa konya ball ne waso passe edman na wanko passe ema okanadwen ede cha Ademola Lookman se masa bon aye bono eye team game enye nipa ba akona bontunya ba masa passe ateno na yenko yanim yentie de course of pitch no so de yentie asama Victor Osimhen e kachira Abranti FN Ademola Lookman enso pitch no so masa adeno ekoya dendenden na players no pata Victor Osimhen ten ho say adena Ademola Lookman akwa konya ball na one pass ball no amfama no o tianche mo pitch no so bi sida na o piapia kwada no na Ademola Lookman so gina na o hwe bra panyi adeno koya den pa enso no Nigeria gamer omunso koboy na Nigeria enso kokowini sa game ntino eno ade course no na ne nyan amanfo di Victor Osimhen atem se masa wo ye hwan wo sheda nya obiasa wantima fa team no kra anko World Cup wo ye tie the course Inti otie the coach was say, hey, massa, it's a team game. Untimi ball game no unkwa ho. What I say? Na enona ye pro game no. Ana ye kon yuchia kwada ye fena Demla Lukman. Ana ye busane say ana only Victor Seme montam to say their course for pitch no so asembe ana o kadia fa say ojojo enso pitch no so na yenje sama Demla Lukman ekai e fa Victor Seme ho after the game no yentie.
So it's just football. It's just football. It's always football. Your message to Victor. Do you see any distraction in the team at the moment?
No. Focused. We're all focused. All looking forward to the next game.
What's your message to Nigerians that are rooting for you and the team right now?
No, keep supporting us, please. We need your support. We need you behind us. You guys really push us forward. And yeah, come with us to the quarterfinals. And yeah, let's go.
The coach said there's no big issue between you and Victor. Is that true?
Yeah, there's no issue.
It's just football.
It's just football. It's always football.
Your message to Victor?
It's my brother.
Okay, also Victor Semin, and also the brother Massa G, where Jebby Biamana come on focus so our next game, and then some of them will Lukman, and the two giant messenger, or them man or Victor Semin is or Yenia, there's your pitching and so no, and not tell Benjamin Aqua Kebi Biaso, and the Aqua and Chofenom, and some of them will Lukman so, and the Coco two Jana after the game and one summoner Yedituja, now Oko PM and so Nigeria. Mamin Fantuja, our head coach, Answa Kasai, Edifa, Chas and Sama, and also Tima Consono, or Kansempi, or sit there so pitch and also a seal and Yadia, or Babetrim, say obey, and I said, say obey, Yentian Nigeria, my head coach in Sama, or the Tujano.
How do you manage such situation within the team, and should fans be concerned about the team's harmony moving forward to the quarterfinals?
So this is the question about my management and what happened in the pitch. We'll stay in the group. I don't need to tell you what happened or what will happen. So my management, I keep that for me, and everything that happened in the life of the group will stay in the life of the group. So we will see after, and then we will talk with the group.
Okay, and I am some coach, your friend Eric Charlie, at the Kotuja, or say, or Camo Biate, Masanya Fena, or Betutu, Victor Semin, who ever Bontain, now what could Quadana Tem Semi Qua made it so, said there be Massa dead, see what pitch and also, and what to me Aka pitch and also, do a bed here, or no, as a manager on the decision, or to me Aqua call. Take no and some Eric Charlie, Nigeria head coach no Edeko Tuja. No at a point in time, none Nigeria supporters no and calling for coach. Your friend Eric Charlie said obey Victor Semin. Edna free game in Nina said Ahoma Sona ya doso. Massa not their cross no tetia. Ni teammate no okwa mistake. Now Victor Semin a betia on swa. Massa on your captain no. And did supporters in the boy for ye pa. And after the game no ana yeshena ya Nigeria supporters ni bidin komase na muni prayer say ma so kakra banimu yenten say Nigeria supporters ni bidi tuja.
And now there's no reason why you should be shouting at him. Both of you African Footballer of the Year, African Footballer. So you are not bigger than him. There's no way you are bigger than him. And when it comes to competition, I think Ademola Lookman is a bigger player than Victor Osimhen in the national team. When it comes to going to the competition, so what are we now saying? I think he needs to you stop making runs. You now told the coach to sub you off. You are not bigger than the team. You are not bigger than the coach. You are not bigger than Nigeria. No player for no reason should be doing that. That is uncalled for, and I think he should be punished for it. He should be sanctioned. I don't know how he's going to do it. It's better we come out of this competition than one player holding us to ransom. This is rubbish. The big run. I know a lot of you that is fanboys will support it, but this is a big time rubbish. A big one. He's not bigger than the national team. If you want to be proving all this, at least go on, carry us and go and win the Nations Cup for us. Carry us and take us to the World Cup. Twice now we've missed the World Cup and you're part of the team. What are you now telling us? But let me calm down.
Okay, and we are Nigerian support about qua. And also, what can I get the Victor Semin Samasa? On Quano, oh yeah, just say, oh yeah, why? On said I know Piazza, or I say, oh yeah, 2-0. I will team him no big coy say now, can also them. Anna, Nigerian to qualify for World Cup. Masa, oh, you're part of the problem here. Nigerian qualify for World Cup. We watch the African best player. Look, man, GB. And then I just also say na, oh, did not attempt our page. So, Yentin Nigeria support our consume some of the two.
I'm French.
To do well in a sequence, please.
Yeah, they are no sure. Masa, Nigeria come why debuted. I'm out for say a mobile film. Na akwada your friend of Victor Semen. Enso befia omo pesa de no eno be better e de amom so be film no omo hu akwada your friend of Victor Semen say ono nso befie na de okoye ene de masa o say enso ani ba ko kra say enso ani wanya de omo nka bi emfa nche boy no ensema Victor Semen eno nso free na so e ba manfo dinatem
the reaction today was very wrong and must not repeat itself again this tournament. You cannot disrespect your equals, your teammates like that. It is wrong. Yes, Bruno Onyemaechi should have passed you 100%. Lukman should have passed you. I agree 1000%. But that doesn't warrant that overreaction that you had. We were 3 goals up for crying out loud. We were winning comfortably. I understand the fighter in you, the striker in you always wants to score. That world-class player always wants to perform. But you are a leader in this team. You are one of our most important players in this team. People look up to you in this team. It should not be getting to the point where Ndidi has to come between you and Lukman. It's wrong. Or Calvin Bassey has to come between you.
Okay, eno ye nsema akwada anase Victor Semina kofa amanfo dinatem ye pa enso Nigeria kromu amanfo krase masa onye na omrafie na akwada no ahomaso na doso ewo Nigeria na se team no omo edi akwada na tem ye panti Victor Semin ana sha kopiem enso Nigeria omo na se team no omo ye ne ho adwuma papa enya asem ketu akra enso Nigeria mo ebo kronima eno mo ti se coach no eden nsem ebetu dwasesi ana okopiem a ono so timi akasa ono akopache according to Victor Semen o say masa de sinasi awie na omchawpa ana odema abanti a ye friend no chesa demla Lukman enso ano de phone so no atima betodwa na yenkopiem enso other stories na yemfa more update no emfa ntuda na yenkopiem na enra na jam Cameroon na shetim no enso so ye ana yekro na Roger Miller onsana ono masa akwada na babo pa dia obebo biye pa enra Cameroon na shetim no bono Roger Miller enso no etime kopiem okohwe kakra enso na reporter men seka omo po game no fa Brian Buemo ana okache se masa u go scoring no AFCON no form o bomode na me show boss masa you can't leave this AFCON without scoring a goal. What I say enti o se Brian Buemo be she goal ansana na Cameroon na she team no enso afri AFCON na so makoje enti bia na Cameroon so akwakoto ni de mo be she goal dia na chese be important goal edema Cameroon na she te basa de hasa if ya de enti wentina fia na Brian Buemo na kwram masa AFCON wakoje na sesi ano ono enwram dendenden abogo masa be ya den e de ma ye no bi enso fia wacha se enti no ye de front so no etimi ababetoda na se na je mama infantuda say and the games no medical am one de besi akọ na sesi akopiem AFCON na the reporter men say kachema kakra mama for complaining unsa asem ye be kan attendance no still near him say bodre ebe hitini ateba still masa de no akoya bibia oho akoya denden asemfa any ade adeno obinim dia koso am according to report no CAF enso ani abaso say as adeno attendance no enko it's a compase omudu semi-finals ni ade na say ya na be kodia demetie chemu a masa free gate ni ebe doso so na be ya omuso betimi anya bibia o screen so kama enti masa AFCON na ya brofu ya na semi-finals na ni package bi na ho nti CAF for ni Morocco for fa adwen say he na kobasa de masa o say here free gate ni betima doso enso ho na bibia na timi akoye enom de free meche African Cup of Nations so no eho enso etima betodwa na yanko Manchester United onse coach ya friend Ruben Amorim enso ekọ eno ana ono ne wife enso ne nam ho a omo ye work kakra osri nyina utim samasa ade no ahye ne ye pa ne nyina ne said kwanya no fa so opeso ye team wantimi ankwa nkonya ne sa na no na okopio Manchester United a omo former player ama Leberante 6th Louis Saha akasa ose de biasa de won tiase wrong ose now e was Manchester United ehu bebe opeso omo call na se bebe a opeso omo de club ne call untimi enko na nkoma coach say 1 year and I say I was some team coach be 4 years ni hu say ye jama wo de masa o say enye easy say o kofa coach instant results no abedi Premier League no coach o say masa ye nya ne sa United o mapam na ono on support e de name coach oba no omo hwe say o mesesa nema yentie Louisa nsema o de tudwa no.
It's not the wrong decision because if they decide to do it, but I think it's not the right way for the club to go forward, as I don't think that any manager will come and just change drastically and put 4 at the back and change everyone. Those players are here. Some are good players, some are really good talents, but none of them are as I would say, unplayable players at the moment, where maybe Bruno is on that stage. But you don't have 3 or 4 players unplayable and can help the manager to just get result after result. That's not the case. So it's really at the edge where a manager will always be on the line and criticizing, especially in Manchester United.
I say a simple some Manchester United was a coach but Jumana ye bona junior denemum or say massa o pound no eno solution I was some who de omo person mo ye eno ye nsema Luisa adi tu na Jamie Carragher na danfo so kopa ono so kasa yenti no.
You spoke at length about Amorim on your show last night, saying he was in no position to challenge the club's hierarchy. They clearly felt the same. What do you make of the news?
Yeah, I mean, listen, a little bit similar to Maresca in that I think what we're seeing now in football is sporting directors now are the most powerful people at football clubs, and, if a manager, steps out of line, certainly publicly, and criticises, the powers that be or the people above them, it's going to have consequences. And listen, I think that's probably the same in sort of most jobs, really. So not surprised. Maybe the timing of coming so quickly, because it's not an ideal time, I think, for anybody to change a manager. With so many games coming thick and fast, but I think it just shows now where the game's going in terms of, the sporting directors at Chelsea and Manchester United, and probably other clubs now up and down the country that are accepting a manager, certainly, criticising the club or making cryptic comments in public.
Yeah, we do understand things came to a head in a meeting with Director of Football Jason Wilcox when he reacted badly to feedback about his tactics pretty quickly, as you said, just last week. Do you have any sympathy for Amorim?
Not really. No, I think listen, he's done a brilliant job at Sporting Lisbon, and he looked like a bright young sort of manager who could go on to to great things. Manchester United, the people who are there right now gave him a great opportunity to manage one of the the biggest and best football clubs in the world, and it couldn't have gone much worse in terms of.
Okay, nti Jamie Carragher say masa ya pamna onko no masa wa mehwe wa Manchester United bobo konim nti Jamie Carragher say kakwane tra wa United ebenya Westerns eno ye nsema Jamie Carragher ede ko tu dwa na ebusa no say say no ho omoba na se twa kai wo me mobo masa ni team a obetima coach an Sporting Lisbon mon level no onuru crash coach United enso Premier League eno ye nsema Jamie Carragher ede ko tu dwa ba coach your friend Robin Amorim no so kwa wako free team ni mu no eno ye nsema Jamie Carragher ede akwa tudwa na uko piemo nsemfu from amemfa tudwa se Ferdinand nso kasa kakra ede fa coach no kwa okoni ade amanfo se na ka so mo twentwen so kakra ede ma coach no na according to amura your friend chese Ferdinand no o say o kamo biate Manchester United never be one biggest mistake omo ye and say Amorim be ye and so on so kasai after the game na afenso no o say o say o gidie too much United say me manager me coach masa o say sa de ne yen kan sa wo de yente Ferdinand nsema waka e de afa Ruben Amorim kwa ono so ekohe no.
I think his biggest mistake was he didn't adapt enough. And I think that you have to adapt. And I've always said this, Pep Guardiola come into this league as the best manager in the world, right? Had to adapt, didn't win the league first season. Why? Oh, he mentioned second balls, didn't know anything about second balls. Saw it, adapted, and worked accordingly. And he adapts every other year. Do you know what I mean? Inverted wing backs, full-backs. He never had that before. He adapts. They know they play outside. Centre-backs playing right and left-back. This is all adapting to the league and to the terrain that he's actually going about. I think he didn't adapt enough. And I think that you have to adapt. And I've always said this, Pep Guardiola come into this league as the best manager in the world, right? Had to adapt, didn't win the league first season. Why? Oh, he mentioned second balls, didn't know anything about second balls. Saw it, adapted, and worked accordingly. And he adapts every other year. Do you know what I mean? Inverted wing backs, full-backs. He never had that before. He adapts. They know they play outside. Centre-backs playing right and left-back. This is all adapting to the league and to the terrain that he's actually going about. So that is my biggest.
The biggest mistake one of Fed now who said Ruben Amorim here and also by sense who's a left back be boss centre back not centre back Bonami Copper who said me presented a bet as someone okay I know shape plan so there because Ruben Amorim was centre back or quality on about 3 Copper sometimes no okay me I'm Ruben Amorim no me no Copper or no the mono
adapt well so we when you turn on the adapting
and some Ferdinand and Kotuja and a big question and what would 7:30 sports you two and say coach Bernard Manchester United and so Konkofa now Ferdinand and so in the first coaches or sha or met me abwa would the yentie Ferdinand coaches or say Kono be to Sudama United.
First one will be De Zerbi. Love the way he plays. Got a style of play that he implements and he drills into his teams. If Thomas Tuchel was available, would I have gone for him? But he's not, unless Darren Fletcher stays in until the summer.
That's confirmed, by the way.
Until the summer. Okay, I'd go and speak to Thomas Tuchel now. They go and win the World Cup and then come into Man United. And then my third choice, well, I'd hope Darren Fletcher does that well that they go, you know what, we'll give it to him.
Go win the World Cup and then come manage Manchester United. And it's that big German guy, but it's not the one that you're talking about. It's Nagelsmann. That's who I bring in.
You had me there. I was thinking, me and Steve on the same page.
I wouldn't be mad at Xavi. I wouldn't be mad at Xavi.
Are you guys ready for that, though, Steve?
What do you mean are we ready?
Manchester stories in the dogs what has a Ferdinand say, oh, you're not a fanati. Ferdinand say, on no first coach and Kobeko Roberto De Zerbi. Na onodi and say Obebo second. Obeko for Thomas Tuchel. Na ono addition is saying Kobeko World Cup. Na Manchester United. And Manchester Darren Fletcher. Sunday your confirmation is on a take you over. Caretaker no no e boy adwuma no obekọ after World Cup no nanka Thomas Tuchel eja Three Lions England national team no nanko akofa number Manchester United ana fan ba akoka asa no de ko be consider for Xavi ana mo ka se Xavi ase Ferdinand Xavi ndisa what I say enti Ferdinand say Roberto De Zerbi and Thomas Tuchel and penifon confirm ba ko and family United but still Manchester United tino ko draw cry omebo achi enom e de fi on so no etima betodwa na yen coaches bobo konim omon so pe coach den na reporter men sai ka chemu a Chelsea team no enso ayen hyehyeye se kwan bia so omefa coach na de chenie ukopiem Chelsea a omon se yema obiante se nya de omo no epepe akwakofa coach den biada be piem ama manfo akase na coach obebo anase omo se omo tami chuku pa ai jishem ape coach a oye better e de amantima ye from Chelsea entenya do omo pepe omo ho enti omo coach a ye fan Callum McFarlane ana ono take over e de abo midweek once a midweek match wo ho Chelsea bought match na de chance say ukopiem a coach your friend McFarlane and the team no airball. Ojia, I'm son or Masha say or make him appointed coach. Your friend Liam Rosinia na obe coach team no ene oye ne interview e Chelsea Bobo Krontie enti Lem Rosinia onse no a ye kane nsem pebre wo fia ha ene oye ne interview enti Chelsea game a omo nso e bono enya de obetena bench na reporter men say kanie after the game no likely say coach no ebetena bench and as a Chelsea ebe announce so say coach no oma appointed ebe official enti weekendi likely say coach no ebetimi atena bench ede ama Chelsea Bobo Kono no reporter mensanso eka from Tima ye from Chelsea enti Chelsea fans na mubusa se coach no obada ben ene ade no reporter mensa ka kiremu a coach no ebetimi atena bench this week enemum enye FA Cup match a nyambo echina omo Manchester Saturday omo bona coach ni bebo na I like say coach a ye fella Liam Rosinia the first game ebe against Charlton Athletic eno baso Saturday 8 p.m. a FA Cup match likely say coach ye fella Liam Rosinia the first game for Chelsea ebe against Charlton Athletic FA Cup ono ebetimi abo ediama Chelsea Bobo Kono enti enya dia asesi ebe banne anase chena enti Chelsea Fulham game mo kobono enya do no ebetena bench nemum after Fulham game no and likely so my point to coach ye fel Liam Rosini ano no so no abebo edia ama Chelsea wabebo adwuma dase pa era ma Chelsea Bobo Kono no ye update e features na for Manchester United omunso aso ye enso jobetodwa na New Life Canada agency se brana ebesua de opese oyensentroni anase opese otu kwan tie opese otu kwan akopie mo Canada New Life Canada agency ma camp de bia meka ma say kan biem say dwuma ko bebre e Canada mo de abeda omo say omo fan crofon free Ghana emepie mo Canada na omo meboa mo say warehouse adwuma ko bi penipa factory work factory bi so wo Canada mo de abetudwa so mo per workers factory ontino omo be de crofo ko sanso mo per crofo a eba security na omo edima kotene e pa enti omo so per crofo cleaners omo pe bi hotel receptionist eno so no dwuma ko ni pe bi oye nurse ni me kire first aid nurses no monko na monko New Life Canada agency ye de crofo enso e Canada na construction workers no ye mesi ni carpenter ni Tyler ni nyina no mokwa betimi ademako na makosua driving nso lightweight heavyweight duties forklifters operators no eno nso no omode nkrofo ko Canada na adwumako no eda bedan New Life Canada agency into New Life Canada agency omasoye na ekotua 1000 Ghana cedi na yemfa starting process no emfa mount na okwa 1000 Ghana no uwie bibia na just walk up mo Canada untrahwe biemo oko Canada say security work and now say cleaning now koye boso mesika ogeno na New Life for eton kakra no kra no omono ben say yento 2 cities and now say 10 million na okoye adwuma na sika oko Canada adwuma na mebo boss de okoye no de so wo mu no aketua no boso me no 28,000 Ghana cedi boso me ana onso o kwa koje e New Life Canada agency sound so na their super no 40,000 Ghana cedi into 2,000 Ghana cedi ni emfa onko Canada yemfa nye process no emfa maw na bibia nso entimen koye na frɛ yɛn 0509 33 2131 0509 33 2131 ubetimi nso awasapien on the same line na New Life Canada agency yenso yentimi enyo swe na bebo adwuma na enna okọ Basa mama infantu dwa se Basa team no anyway Mendes edi nkomo abrantia efene yawo Cancelo enso Basa Bobo Konim onso besia kan ma Basa sesia okọ boy enso away edema Saudi Arabia club efene El Hilal Sesiano Jao Cancelo to Basa eno a done deal tienie pa Yao Cancelo to Basa eno a done deal Aquadano Ebesia Kain Ediama Basa team no until summer in Sesia Demete Chima Quada your friend Yao Cancelo enso ene Basa wie Basa ne El Hilal enso etimi awie ne sika obegye no Basa etuamu 5 million kopem se obebo ni loan enso Basa no enso etimi awie nti enra na omon ewaso omon ne coach a ye finance flake e kasa na anse flake se masa akwada we mi ba Basa no kra na mpese otena na emu mahu de ye sikasam ne adema boy ne kwanti sa ja o kanchelo mokofa na ba dia yes ana papa ne san ye nti kanchelo esa back to Basa na wabesi akan ya da ma Basa omubo eboko no St. Franco Media Institute ese brana besu ade opese oyen centroni TV and radio ni nyina ne se Franco Media Institute ana Ghana Education Service amama accreditation so montete nkwara ne omo no swadun se omekasa ewo radio na TV so no omontete omo na se Franco Media Institute say and now signing to your sports department and your news and it says sports running Jehovah obasu appointment you bet your commentary you bet your foreign news presentation sounds soon a local news presentation you bet your analysis quite fast you program hosting nina you bet your say political show and now say show bia on radio and TV. You bet your kwanya obefa so enso atimi akwaya na yese Franco Media Institute omo ene betimi aboa na de tienie e news nso na opa you bet your news production no kwanya obefa so akan news no radio and TV so no you bet your oba no e ho na se wo mu no you betimi acho kama na bibia no atimi akoye e de amount de tienie se your cinematography no so your course back a okoya be mo hu kwanya you fa so bibia ba social media ebemo your good social media handler you bet your video editing you bet your uploading camera handling kwanya obefa so aso camera mu atwa video no wia on Franco mo bi no adada wa be the two video on your laptop ni nyina no se Franco Media Institute e de bosumi nsia e de cho we nyina nti bosumi nsia ne mana wie ye no na wanya onsa no adwuma wo wie nso e be ma certificate a Ghana Education Service ensa shasie ne ya peba bia ma se sika fema uwia ne apeba bia ma no start attachment no se Kesmin TV so a na ye de call na wa start na your attachment ne kama se ne be obenya experience sounds ne be cho kwan ye fa so ye banners flyers kwan ye fa so design ne nyina no ese Franco Media Institute enti from 0244 705 112 0244 705 112 na ye cha kwan ye Kumase Bantima bibia National Health Insurance Office on the opposite eso ho ana on se ka se Franco Media Institute na omonso atimi abona bibia koye kopa Leberante ma mencha Cosmos ene paka omo ewo Paradise Gas Mr. Dia da kujo controller boys na more Paradise Gas wonyina airport runabout ma mencha boys na no pay ana fa Quest Mobile enso abua kwa ma mencha no kama pa kopa Leberante.
All right, tell you that na Javi Freeze Computers and so say musi akudi brunya na badie brunya watiti ne maswa teze still kwa manyanti eze ne manbu abone sada so form inti kwa Javi Freeze Computers wana untumi mu open brand new and home use laptops and desktops there me so de ni chim e Javi Freeze ho ana akwakonya computers papa nso ato a ebuo no nso esa form yi pa laptop na for desktop computers accessories nyano obesa akwakonya bi enei se ope projectors na ato ope obese wo dia ase na fix mount ana se obese be installation suma wo nso a Javi Freeze edi sajuma wi nyina network and internet accessories nso odia ne Javi Freeze Computers na do ni eche na eno nso etima ba ye dia mount the CCTV cameras yaba and say open accessories in swa ibenya bi edia ma opese sa be installations in sumawa CCTV cameras no yebesa be install and so edia ma maka asimbia cho say and say wo bi adwuma bi na adwuma na wa bi no went me enya cameras amonuma ubunse oni makwa ni betina amanfo twikofi ye twitodi and so buy into me emwa intimeso kwa Javi Freeze wana untumi emwa yesa the flat screen television afi monitors enso ediaba original home use phones nso ye will be your iPads your tablets enei o computer na se na pese enso yesa repema wa yebesa decide ma we nyina ediamanti ompe we de na ope network and internet installation nyina nso yesan AEB e wo Javi Freeze Computers ye set up ICT lab Edema institution be say schools, hospitals, sana churches, law firms, media houses. individual homes and afi communities nyina no nso yebetimi ababeye enso edi amount enei windows na pese update maw anasa o computer pese upgrade nso mawa yebema computer na konanim ede computer na enei DCT bia no pese ye ma no emiti ene level a yebaya saa de nyina nso edi amount ana eno nso nya no nko yesa accounting software for all businesses supermarket na wabi no ene wadwuma na wabi no se ensa na woton wo ye de ni nyina no obedan ya ebitima ma software a ebeboa ma oniema no nse eniema we na wo shop num eniema we ana maton misika eyesei nti ni nyina no se ye pharmacy se ye den ni nyina no fa bedan Jeffrey Praise na ya no nso ye ma software a ebeboa na enye sika no kaka ne ehia nti oba ye tse ma free consultation na ye hu niema ye gidi se udwumadi a wudi no machines ebeboa no eno ani ahwe na yetumi edi ama ti Jeffrey Praise computers there oda ma na odi asem ye Obantama High Street ye ban GNTC no ye ni Unity House ana edin hwe animu e Obantama ha ye number ni 0244 026203 0244 026203 na when Jeffrey Praise computers edin komo Jeffrey Praise computers bringing technology to your doorsteps sana ene enro nwanwaso mi ni bia badwama so a edua so dua herbal clinic no e won kran ka so abreku ana kumase abrepo broni krom e won asa clinic mi nu e won asa clinic e won kran ni kumase no me di dua so dua herbal clinic ana som di dua so dua ana se o me di sa dua we di ababa bangida man capsules ana for hinba o capsules so matimi di abantini nyina ye nu a dua so dua herbal clinic enso akwakofa edi abanti babangida man capsules no eye mema dru na babangida man capsules utimi nya bia we edi formula bi na edi aya eboa ma awotimi ba ye bema na wutie me nese wapa wa pa ubehia babangida man capsules ibi na etumi abonti se nkomo na ofoma jese emankwamo no epija yi pa sane ne ombema ne ntimi ma ne homene so ntimi ni dwuma yi eno nso babangida man capsules no ebeboa nti yenu a eboa na sa amount stamina severe waist pains so beye fronom ana a boosting male vitality ni nyano babangida man capsules a dua so dua herbal clinic de aba no eno ane e kan for the amount na ye dura se unimro emfie dunwotwe a untumi enum bi 18 years and above ana me kan for babangida nso edi amount ye sand wa hinba o capsules nso de aba no hinba o capsules no nso ye dura eyi waist pains fronom sana sexually transmitted infections STI mo amofaya mu abramo junso sani ni chlamydia emaba no betimi yepa obi ampe binom abdominal pains manu bo so bo complain wanya pains on the abdomen sani ni general inflammatory diseases ni nya no tumi enya ohene ba o capsules so a we ye dura emani timinom emema so timinom bi nti eye unisex munyina obi a timinom bi eyi infections efi ho ana sai discomfort efi ho nti we men and women ana enum said we men and women a man mema ana enum ohineba o capsules na babangida man capsules no so a mema nko a ana efa sadru bi enui se wuram pharmacy shop herbal shop ne chemical shop bia benya biato me so okofred mensa ba dodo apebia onsa beka ena okewu Danny Herbal so astan dodo apebia onsa beka bi enso ewo aso ye honum ti me so kwadwo de na bibia nya kama wane ba o capsules no me se oyoba na wuti mi a se ema mafa ye funu no adruwi enyama mo ema mo man kwada no fo adruwi enyama mo me so penchi mu bia na so panui dudu na atu a eno ane se wafre 0244 05 9593 0244 05 9593 na won say to me aka babangida man capsules ana for hineba o capsules we nya no eyenura dia so dia herbal clinic ana ede aba edwama so ntia kanfo da mo bia so bia empebinum nam se no ani nura ebetima boama wapom din nso asipi esita na mama nkan message kaka before she be ransom na was a good morning to you and your crew. Can you explain to me the reason why Osimhen did that to Lukman? Also, thanks for your good work. My name is Ajaba Michael. That is a Tiago and my who details. And I will also say, good morning, Copper. It's your boy. Or boy Hesky from Tafa in Brunum. Copper, please, Man United should stop sacking coaches and focus in the team building to be able to compete in the league. They will sack a coach while some players, if they come to the league we play here, they won't be able to play, especially Heaven and the rest. They should find replacement for those players to be able to compete. And Barcelona, Atletico Madrid will play the Spanish Super Cup final. Greetings to all Barcelona fans. Or boy Hesky. Also there or they about pay. Na we so say okay. Or say good morning, sports master and your crew. Ruben Amorim is gone. So who will be my West coach of the week? I wish him all the best. And no, hey, Chief Breman, inti. Also, because I want to be the West coach of the week. We say good morning, Sika Sports Crew. God bless Sika Sports Crew and the entire Sika FM. Kopa, I can't wait to see the game between Morocco and Cameroon. I'll say Cameroon will put Morocco in their proper level. To their proper level. Okay, Nigeria team should be very careful, especially Osimhen and Lookman. If they want to win this AFCON trophy, greetings to 1995 old students of Dunyina and Big Dreams Fan Club. Sika Sports is live and clear. Okay, live and clear at Dunyina. I'll say we are soft for someone on the defeat Dunyina so a day about an opay. Okay, continue Randy Muller Jeffy Priest on ton air conditioning on ton air condition. I didn't say the name of the triviano and on Kwana Jeffy Priest computers and so 20. I'll bet you the message number 0544 24 40 40. Say WhatsApp and answer SMS Nina the phone number na yet my camera make other message one yana one so to me who say one so dear no yakan a crying ransom.
I'll start from Ruben Amorim. Interesting coaches, me coach of the month in the EPL October, Ruben Amorim, November Enzo Maresca, and new meaning Eno Mutinson. And after the game, the comment our can as an American said, coach, the sacking and Chababa. Also a manager in football and as a soccer. A manager is the person with overall responsibility for a team's sporting and operational direction. Handle everything from team selection, tactics, and training to player transfers, contracts, media relations, essentially acting as the class primary decision maker for the squad, bridging players, staff, and the board. Key responsibilities: select players for matches, set formation, make substitution, manage players' development, tactics and strategy, develop the team and in the world, a brofo, Anna, Yaka, inti, Okasa, manager, onye coach. When you do tactics, you do substitutions, and you giving instructions to players, you are coaching. Oye, a coach, the staff, the board wanted you say a long-term process. Yemubi, who said, or tactics. And then Unyama or Diabano, a baby and Kaoko. But people said, oh, well, I'm not a preseason. They're not a preseason. You brought in players, one I could choose to buy. Things are not working. Ujna now so your principal. Yes, you are the manager. You are into the over, but you are going to a direction. Now, a lot of people, I can. Journalists know I'm a truth was used to a question and what we say issues were any concern about public. And then I refer and I can say it was a mistake for making that comment. We are making that comment now and I pay and could also Manchester United coach. They will back him. But on my new say, oh, to me, Nedjuman. I'm a Kai from Pomaso as in your car, Kotoko. Why, yeah, no problem, no. Because you as a coach, as a manager, coach, so the sporting director should do this. But you are the overall responsibility. Manager in football, Anna a Yabano. So when Onyema or resource you are playing a formation now, most of the times in the EPL, 3-back system, unless you have players omitting your border system effectively, to say the Antonio Conte, the best in Victor Moses and the boy or the AG League matches. Because that system, 3-back, when you ring back, obetimia ko no ba. Mekai mideba Luga eba kotoko. Jemfi. Oye abeku ni simo. It was working. A system materials available. Me de bia meka say in football. Materials available are and the bob ade. Say be abo na amanko high level say professionalism amoy bet kakra ye boy ni bi efie ball kra but say radio oni speed into ye ni begina radio oni speed into me man passer me more long pass as a man short pass ni nyina you manager no coach that tactics na access on a watch English ababa football. So you make a case say you play a half-pound. When you have Okoto in Buemo, who say there will be an half-corner, Cameroon will need him. But you make a decision to buy him. It is Okono Nua on family case. Radio says be family. On Misame Rosso, Mekasa Ekem. Now the family name back now. Edu be na mekasa na kem na kasa na sabra you Rosso now. Obe family o share me. And Amorim, he's a good coach at Sporting or level, but Sporting is not Manchester United. And England is different from the Portuguese league. You came to the team, the worst position. In the 70s na two omo allow. Okaliana Penufaba Kawansem. What boy again? I draw. You move on. Oh, yeah. We. But you try to explain things, wano akopa. And whoever will take his decision, I'm penifronti as a man, a good job. Maybe it will take time for Manchester United to get coaches. Ubibeka said, after Ferguson, Manchester United, coaches bar, or have a problem in your coach. Problem in your coach. Enzo Maresca, for instance, to send a Chelsea team, games about no issue about 90 players. When to me and the first 11 who say if you are Chelsea, 11 way there, a starting 11. Decision making in football, they be a process. Xabi Alonso problem no Onya or Real Madrid. He started said the big boys, but they say become an my meeting. Yan straight away. And I also a manager say amount years, maybe 3 years, 4 years. They open now, be fine. They open now, but they also forward you man. Also to be tapu about say, Massa, Sasadiano, Amorim, 3-back. A lot of people, like I say, do baby, change your system. Some players you could see say, ready. But the name boss opposition, and any favorite. Bruno Fernandes, at his best with that time, I look on associate or not be able to Manchester. Bruno was playing at his favorite position. Or by one makeshift. Sometimes we were no aba, Mazori no aba, Dalo, a toda no about 3, a toda no about 2. How variation or center backs, Yorubebo, a toda Maguamra. And a coach, Yajao, now you are not getting the needed results. Unya defeats more than the number of reigns under your duration. Social Koye, Rafranek Ako, Vanga Ako, Jose Mourinho, Eric Ten Hag, Obiako. No big club in the world. I want a lot of fan base and supporters. Ebehese team injury. Say board of 4 power 7 when the fans started to almost sojana. The board and management the ukoto, no matter how good you are. And they going to be sacrificing players 30 no. Until you won't power kono na say you jaw kwa. Slot He won the league last season. Slot ball. This season, I started here. Gravenbach. The favorite only the 6. The best. Or Bayern Munich, no beer win the ball. Then first 5 games, Liverpool 15 points. Now people started. When the beat stop with Liverpool. Then the boy from Frankfurt, German striker, that boy or France, a silly mistake, a kitiki, Roger Red. You decided to bench him, but in your first 5 games, he was your best. I know performing. Into why I'm from so what the neck bench. No, I can't say, yeah, go here, you say you did. And you game be an aquaji or okoro shirt kwa jikada. Why team no be our reprimanding. All of a sudden, you say Liverpool, you peja na blepaba. A Liverpool team and Utimisha go in the 95th minute. I had time I don't yeah, about 7 minutes. Within that time, na opponent na equalizer and Kensi. Now Mikel Arteta is enjoying the peace because he is making things right. Arsenal players when your time say we and Arsenal enjoying the peace. My own status old defeat but another draw by points already. City mo omo than chino Aston Villa mo airben. Same Arsenal fans and supporters are praising Arteta say he is working or the best or in charge. So this year with me the EPL or in charge in the Champions League airborne home, they will come at you. No matter what, they will come at you. Hans a Frank now you're Barcelona for Roma did bet top woman. They were excellent as Frank, got center back, but Storm no call from my boss as at the top of the table. Hans a Frank, a coach. That is football for you. When things are going right, Obia no become mistake. Abrabo. And now of our crowd to better see in 2 scanning for. Not in 2 scanning for. Our dear a song into what can I say? Oh, Yansa is for PB. But I started to drop. Now, how do you need feeling inside the then that time the Ohia advice. And now more. So that was see a normal and say, I saw no come back. I said, sorry. In the heat of the moment, a drew baby, you keep mute because at Utifria, the work box will be hard to be. And our day balance or performance, let's say, a quarterback, when you win 3 games to us, people start to say, about 5 games, then Amorim was getting praises. Then Everton, 1 man down. No, so you played 3 games with weakest teams this season. West Ham, Wolves, Everton. Points say now. Then you want the board and everybody to please you say you are a manager, you are not the coach. So you got to coach for and some now. So only me coach. Now over here you may be. Touchdown now we don't know how to turn on. Oh yeah, you are coaching. I have no for. You diaba kunisi on your branches. And you're a manager. Every coach be a manager. Your man managerial position because your overall responsibility say you be the top. But your man coaching now.
And every coach be a manager. And bro, now so it's good soccer as a bro for different room. So you coach be a manager. But you trust him for Adama. Me ready the meaning of manager in football. Manager. It's not reduce our responsibility to be a man or be bear manager. You read about manager. Until I make us say, we a coach. Because every manager be a coach. I'm okay. But I say every coach be a manager. Make us every coach. I say every manager is a coach. They all kind there. And I mean, just like I said, they all can read the channel. If that's the case, yeah, coach. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure about you. And I'm say every manager is a coach. I feel like a different thing. Well, I say coach be a manager. I say that's no true. And JB I feel like I say be a can say there many problem. The man manager, Thiago, your man other responsibilities. Honest as a sporting director, no crown. Who to me say no. But you work with him. Yeah, man say me your head of sports is scared for me. It doesn't make me You can say you're head of commentary. It doesn't make you a head of sports.
Yeah.
But ABI our head of sports, ABI also control you can say commentary into ABI understand it. But you can say ABI head of commentary, a head of sports. That's not true. And but na can that's internal can say per se correct one and per se you can continue.
He about no two no. That phone no me.
7th
hit moments for Nigeria. They are doing very well. Say make a statement say they want their country people say mind me uncle work up pending on their case FIFA my petition against DR Congo. They want the fans to be happy. And dressing room and then Nigeria. The dressing room and the NFF omutimi manage sa situation here na obi ehun say no you know big but the big picture in Nigeria is about that 100 and something million people ewa bi okuta anya wo na ya dwene wo across the world say ya tournament omo tayachi and na Senegal fan back okohwe game ade no binya ko accident wawu wa hwere ne kra fan e bowi ene Nigeria chefo bi abekọ Lagos Abontin Ikeja wan de obe yare obe gina ni na bia de obi anim na ni je bia oje e ho S5 no akotena ho akoda but a bad moon na munya de big picture na no a ye ka so mo je 2013 or 2015 AFCON ye ma estate no ya ma fans ni bi the boys no e hu say omunya calm at camp they are having a good tournament 100% in the group stage. On the knockout stage big case, big statement. Egypt, Benin, and it was a game. Egypt, it me show na 80 to 80 something minutes. Na Benin ya equalizer. Na koye extra time na Egypt dakwa. And the quarterfinals game se beba I think say a very difficult. Ne game ba kwa very interesting, a very physical. Africus and Burkina Faso, and I want to see that game in the evening. Algeria, DR Congo, Algeria in mixture, but DR Congo, one of the rising teams current of Africa because of almost descendants phobia, almost free to say to Azembe, one be Sakane, or my own region, another joining team. And my DR Congo, I are strong. Marihawa. About 4 months in Algeria, and you have been Sako or
Tiago.
Papa,
my intuition.
Say Manchester United, and no coaching since Semono. I want to message free. Let me just say, over Manchester United as a club, since Ferguson Koye decision on how we most appointed coaches. Anyhow, we see Saki coaches no. Na kakra because it seems like Bema Opo Bawari no na on should need typer ope. Okofo banu we also
one type
nyame type. Okofo banu we also nyame type. 13 years mame hwe adiwe wa 10 managers in 13 years. Since I forget and call Copa, maybe someone say, and then David Moyes, any wrong. Manchester United Pamono. Me know me in a bad thing because me name the David Moyes by ye. I dare about comment to Maka say Manchester United General so the Pam David Moyes, and they say since I forget and call any no mumuno, or my yan sa under David Moyes. So supporters no say, oh. Maybe a club in level air corner than I was say, ye pay coach bit my boy. Into David Moyes also coy, Emma Ryan Giggs, a bit take over, Katika Runica cra. I'm on also by, you know, on also still many Gianna near Ferguson time on him. Into your Pamono, Ego for Louis Van Gaal. Say, oh, I feel a yacht name maybe as I say Louis Van Gaal, a coach or a long term coach. So, plan say near Conibena, plan say, I just say, yenya coach or tie philosophy nase onim how you see eye ball Louis van Gaal ebi Barcelona or Bayern Munich so ekoyi so yen testing for say yen group new generation of football and players na yen fanko Van Gaal so started and ye pamono Van Gaal ko Jose Mourinho buy Mourinho over 13 years 10 coaches are Manchester United apamoma Mourinho and a best
okay
yeah Omama bakono Oshedi obi abeje ye ne ade a Mourinho best since Ferguson coach a wa born home de Manchester United Jose Mourinho okay so acha say bet kopa me bodi na me busa mo say e de ntina Manchester United ekofa coach na onya time ema no na wasa apam no one we football club e was on who hawa and away opese we oniema Manchester City by no mo say oh Roberto Mancini money ade abeyibi sese e pese e kono star we so nipo be buan sana no Panamerica no Pep Guardiola
okay
yekofa Pep by no yamano authority yamano bibie de 2 minutes nyina hye sase Pep lead yen sene e pese in the future no yekokoye and Pep Guardiola beje Champions League na Man City enyi bi da de momo Pep Guardiola pamu players bi to say goalkeeper your friend is saying oh no more goalkeeper bi Joe Hart okay pamu if you pamu 1 or 2 players if you say
another good club
yeah Claudio Bravo from Barcelona what I say ye the one man say hye we na open e akoto e de aba we na open ye akoto so e be make sure say ye top quality or market no ene de ama Pep sana Manchester United ana make coaches 13 years 10 coaches o ma pamo mu nyina no sana mo ye ma coaches na ye de ye ni so adun say next 10 years then e pese ye kopa me obi antimi convince me say Ruben Amorim kasa okọ kasa ene me pamo no da
ebi crazy ni o ma pamo before so na man ko
no ma pamo no
okay
what I say ne letter da ho Amorim nim say the last game all buni
oh yeah way
what I say and that's first time and central for ebusa Ruben Amorim question with you
and people feel say depend on those questions you see like after some money in a year when you no matter how much we busa question
yeah that is what insider or shebu Copa United on me ya menyem Ruben Amorim bet baby direction na omode club football club na ekono me supporter mesu
I want my supporters in the
what I say me supporter am support to Manchester United me ma Ruben Amorim kwa okon say na Luis Akai no enye me dey because coaches aba United aba 13 years 10 coaches na aba into the pam coach bia no wanejia coach oba no so dey na odebreu
you don't even know
what I say coaches aba kwa ya pam am still United dey tia na tie only gonna so she be ye bi this second the next season empanifo ko to players the Ronaldo mu be hihye mu ni ade only antimi ankochi team ni biem omo sake no coaches about coaches ko se see an Manchester United omo plans eye de na United per say ye in the next 2 years senior Edu Gaspar be can say Arsenal this season Mikel Arteta first season you just so be this say the second season you just so be this say the third season and Mikel Arteta aboka to top players the good bench and say make sure say this season you beji league Copa United team na wo no meka bibia uyi Bruno Fernandes meka top teams no uyi Bruno Fernandes ebeye den e the Man United players say tough Manchester City Arsenal Liverpool play be United obenya bia start mo first level no bobo first level keeper no sa teams am obenya bia da
was it Man City
Liverpool Arsenal
Donnarumma was switching no
was switching no
Arsenal so
David Raya
was
switching no
Liverpool so
Alisson was switching no yen hwe chire ho mo players no when hey look show team bien wa United for obetima bobi Copa yen ka no kre o United supporter hunu say mo quality no wo form Manchester United quality no me say apart from Bruno Fernandes obi ani hɔ a obetimi a start e wo team BMO Premier League me ka top 4 no Copa in Bruno mon start o me start with West Ham Wolves Newcastle Mbuemo ntumi ntu obi a wosa okotu ye fa ne se hwan Man City wan Mbuemo betu no
come on no penny kesi be say
yeah
obesu di mina mini le gonu di fi by
okay
akwaya no area wo akwaya no wo ye pa TV radio
mama
ba for na boko de
response me pacho nyame daroma wa ma part to yen
na wan kan sa wuntimi kan wasema na
head of sports no
me mo ase ohun begro ni enti wudi wudi akitwale ntia sa na mama ni no masa enti wudi abu shafo hunyina ho ye
oh nyame adaroma ya kosra wo maba eja ese ye besum ti yakwa aba
na wan suma obe de
me pacho di bia de yemfa ejo nyame de ma wo no de ama wo na me so obi a ensisa wadaroma ni die mu ensisa
ba for de na so de pa
na me hunye de ba tiago mbacho online no say okay me do 50 cedis for lunch why
Martin
for breakfast sorry
ebe so me kopa
for breakfast
Martin
7:30 sports ba mo dey into take on this issue I think say
Thiago are making me day maybe team Liverpool go through the same challenge your platform baby so many of Vitolo coins be my dance me no mo kunto kwede dia and I keep telling them say abotrena Liverpool owners na nyama slot no slot has earned that right so munya sa abotrena de man because the oye of first season no we sabi obi a mini da utima we football na we analysis a wonka say results actually classic akra enti you trigger the sack free thing we did some trophy achi a we coach said every now and then now young supporters and ya be emotional and sentimental too much now it is fueled by some trophy yes some trophy so me pa cho won say na me ka me some no baby am no bi am de mu show obi
yes
some trophy so we are also fueled or manipulated by agents or more coaches and players enti ye mu bebre agent bi coach ni player anya fall out kakra o team ni mu on mo role bi on mo position bi wanya adwumagu anya coach bofu no eno nko anti ye be fiase a create problem de ama coach no isen trophy bebre wo ko bisa coach na sem bi a anu yo de man na anya ne de o de na to tankuram o ni benya problem Luisa ha me bom me sama ne sa o sika se me nkameche ni sika
na dem say over cheese kind of for you
because you see this is a matter edam akoma so a me pese me kan me nya obi ane ne nka na crop Thiago kama me anope
okay
coaches are easily thrown under the bus but players eka so mbe adwuma na mawa na Thiago ye ana me ka so obi say Thiago so no obi ye Imano Jenfi example no
Mickey
Imano Jenfi tell obi anum say we winger
yeah
coach say bo wing back mami Jenfi na kasa no na ho de na ne de ahia nka ese otimi de ese adwuma no but o play so be no ye de ni din
okay
Bukayo Saka started as a left back for Arsenal playing it so well coach bi hwe ni bi so say masa the ball was say winger obi ye adwuma no mo o say left back no ti kwana kwa adwuma no mami wajetu no okoye ene wo de gini din James Milner winger midfielder sorry
midfielder
so ayi baaye Pep buy no so de ne ko bowen no so mo wins no ene obe free city no go petim na ye be me na bo midfield ene Liverpool for sibra ye be ma midfield ayi kwa ni ho Gerrard ni ho ene o de America no baaye obedu ho no mo akrop say masa me na me ka se bra bo midfield ne mame ba who say no who aduma che de bebre be edu be jembia otumi ye aduma no ko left back no akobo when players accept and decide say they will play for a coach and play under instructions
Ruo bebre o hod ma players bebre a no bia ni player bia but players bebre o de ma won bebo no ma ama resource
it me ba for her me ntwa no but nti the okay the question dey be say obi aka say man players no nye sa system na coach ni boy o nye materials they will players be a wu o ma ba wias no the system we pin o ma bo no wias ya because na e che ma dwe kakra
me da se pa say o to hod o kwa bo no start here no na a defender Sam Johnson yes won ko number 9 no abo ni Sam Johnson wada go post ni na ada ni player bia le betimi aye ye ka say me wo Thiago Mickey ene million marka ewo studio ho no mo ene obi na betimi host show no no obi na betimi commentary no obi na betimi analyst obi betimi 3 or 4 ni na
okay.
But first of all, comfortable being an analyst into one comment was me. First of all, comfortable being a host into one analyst was me. Then some of follow. If their coach needs to stay, then they become a bad knot in the team. No matter critic problems. United problem or no. So my young coach is okay. Amorim may not be the United coach.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
But so my young coach is okay. And now but my coach is anti say and now you won't meet it. And the Biane because say you cannot sack 11 players and I say all 22 players and it will be a coach no and pick players of football between no my ejuma. No yam bin ka ho. The Ateta example now Thiago ye no. Ateta Arsenal supporters Atlanta super o.
Yeah.
Edu be kra no me edu anya problem because I'm so no ntina ma on na waje Ateta Arsenal mo so. And Obi Amo Edudin.
Edu Gaspar.
Ateta is almost winning the league. But Ateta time no players do no enti wo makọ. Any players aye dia breno ashisha ma afena. And Arsenal team we. Enti one na superstar wo team mo ye bonimbo ne bobro so enti ma Arsenal show bi e no mo show. But team no agile, team no afede e wo match wo ho ase. Afei wo mo ye ready say on be ye adwuma no. Afei commitment ni wo ho afei dedication ni wo ho afei entiase no ho no mo enti o mo kata o mani kra na obi anim be obi anim de oye and no center defender na o committee branda ma ye de share wo mo no can body language after o committee branda no of for so sa akoshe go that is commitment from a player and your players no person on be ye o Liverpool players no sa no mo tie Van Dijk no mo ne ade no Konate no kwasasa mo nko a Tom be commit mo some person you ready say me now to be a wo jaketua na wo no wo ba no nyiro ho because of coach no na wo akatia no wo ja wo ngoje wo ma yese wi na to be ngoje akatia enti yen supporters do be yen bisa players no questions especially more money na international media and social media and other things no you should also ask the players some questions because all the players you prepare on say they are not living up to expectation, they are not living up to standard. They are sikano mo je no I make us say, bia, Amorim may not be the United coach. And of course, I will Ferguson now would drop about Molina, bia. But I coach is now no more way there. The coach here is here, the Chelsea commanding. And he Obro Maroska so.
There be.
Now, no, Maroska, the wire Diamaway. Say, as someone say, and can I see in I queen. Ya ka say massa yetimi de nge kansa wa bontesa next time bia ne o yes ade bia say e bia ne ga won I don't know but say ye ne nkasa e na because na opamo Senegal ni akofa de lap ade ne ba ade ne betim ni wi a e be de no what me goes. Look at the body language of coachless Chelsea against Man City. And look at the body language of a coach, a Chelsea with a coach. A Chelsea players, that's a question. Even when they went down, they were still fighting without a coach. They were fighting because they wanted to win to say, make a point or make a statement or at least get a resource.
Okay.
And me myself kitwe bi ni say, in as much as I need to say coaches in do be our normal and that I see a call them to question no. Yem penny for we take decisions for and on behalf of our clubs no. One so yeah as supporters no. Yem so mo question yeah supporters no so. Yem so yem say your questions. Say yem so nti yenim de e pede. Because edu be a project go high here time. Edu be a bibi ho no mo a e ya abotre. Edu be a ti say you say you top 500 million series players they are slot into automatically one league. Any power wabeji or league is waji back. I won't spend 500 million. No. I don't know what man na safa penny million spend the man no. On san she no san fan ko enum ko league. And then ya cho Liverpool book be mu say year be Liverpool league.
So
me fa so me damase.
But before the question tell was mubusan na and I do not mean me read DAB there is a one journalist he writes for say Telegraph not Telegraph it is at Times. Let me say Times no can be say Ocean Man U team it looks like say impo leaders on the pitch no they don't have leaders one can say leaders into or you say one of the factors that affect team no means one in the bag and also can be see say as a penny decision making so the network because of munim the more penny at the end so ya de ba kwa affect team means so ni anko so ya adwina
meaning they are doing team be a leaders not just a leader. And I remember an example.
Okay.
Under
7:30 Sports,
Liverpool under Steven Gerrard, he was a leader. But he had an over a higher influence over the team.
Okay.
And if an leader in also cry no on leadership no let me hear normal on the field of play. Any dressing room. But no others are not watching team almost so people look up to them. They say Carragher no money, Scatter no money others no. But also what must say?
Your cabin say Ferguson there's no more about 5 or 6 leaders in the team.
Ferguson time no. There were leaders
in the team.
And at any given time they are no so back the others can still are still there. And now while the game is going on, no, we hear a leader at the front, we hear a leader at the middle, we hear a leader at the back. Liverpool, for instance, the leaders are failing to live up to expectation. Until they are many Van Dijk Kuntopa. And even as the captain, you don't see leadership in him. Manchester war, a leader in captain, the friend say Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
The only challenge
only get frustrated.
The only challenge I have with him is that he's too emotional and sentimental.
Okay.
And among the leadership qualities, it doesn't bear on the club. It doesn't come to bear on the club. But we are looking more. Why be? And the ball is how we coach our brain because when you even want to pass a message, you need a leader to pass a message or better communicate it to the others. No matter what message in us. When you don't have that kind of leadership, because when you say, let me catch it will be and I'm on your platform also. Papa. Manchester training ABN me sure.
Yeah.
Akobo match week in one weekend. Opponent na Manchester na ekobo. Manchester coach na o train wo no. O train no devise a strategy, a formation and tactics. No man say no training no ode pet and ode beye against our opponent no. Na sa no ne me nsa no. Obest the opponent no say na obo no ball. And na ode a device bi akohia no me pa cho me boa.
Pepe.
Na mpacho opponent dey wonye bi.
Ono so baby.
Enti ye show game ni mu a. Aye dey be pie o game ni mu no. Afi na wo coaches no, both coaches in you be atras na say the plan is say na me ko. Na kwa no the way na bench no, ama dey medical na anya adwuma kra. Aba ne sa, players no more pitch so no. One adwuma no be kase, they become the ones who play to suit the new tactics and formation coaching back to say quickly. One shift to maybe a 3 back. One shift to maybe a 4-4-2. Maybe a shift to.
But when you need time on practice, but also when I smart as a player on the pitch now.
Coach, you communicate you almost think I was here video this one almost monitor no. Oh yeah, no, I'm catch say no, you share who say no more want to cook no shift to this. So what kind of players now anya be show.
Okay.
I players no their readiness, their preparedness, their commitment to shift into those formation tactics and strategies no. Because sometimes the coach wants to be there because of their touch line. The obey and so passive message. I want a leaders in Bemuno. I want a leaders in Bemuno. I want a player commitment in Bemuno. Those things we don't get from our players. Now, you want to me and shift here. So our coach back on was said they will now also buy and they can foul. What a show.
Okay. Bafo, there's a pioneer no pay. So also do another tumbi. I also educate you on so many
my enchano on copa no na make no na I want my enema pine ko so meeting copa players any problem because what sign 5 years either say obey terminate me contract no misika and I say me bomb contract na wi.
Okay.
But coach you found na e bit ma pamo china. Na peska kakra bi di ama. Na ya say o career na ya say bibia. Kopa Pep Guardiola and none of not Thomas Frank Ekasa, Tottenham was his coach. Okasa fa Ruben Amorim wa pam no. O say yen hwa DB. Tima a tight you crucial department in any football club mo. Sporting director role and afi coaching role no. O say yen hwe sa team sa edo mo sa keka sa ankrofo no. Edo mo sa keka sa ankrofo no. How omusi suffer for success. Thomas Frank and some okay. And na trim adwin see so say ye oni pa bo take Uzbekistan. No sporting director the Basa.
Yeah,
Tamana Pep Guardiola
one of the best.
Pep ko Bayern. O manager Basa adwuma ne ko Bayern.
Yes.
Problem at Bayern.
Baba are you coordinated City?
Yes, coordinated by City. Bayern, the entire anti Pep Guardiola did more. Bayern they say Bayern so sanko for my Manchester United and so in boom.
Yeah, almost would.
Overcome more mouse I free run into more the stable Pep.
Legends in
the
okay.
Anna Pep Edam T free Bayern. And by City. City the money money take back says a mumfana munye. More than person moya team Beji League in Mumfa. Anna Pep as our policy be your crop our policy be say any culture on person place bed down. I was so tall. Into Mikel Arteta. How Okosuan, Nemo Kosuan Pep Guardiola, no now apply. Ebereche Eze, Ebaye, 4 matches, no, but man of the matches, no, but goals. 4 consecutive gamer, Arsenal Bono. Eze, Emobi. Do you know why? Pep Guardiola, Bema Fifod, na bar, who know what, Tinchebe, 7 matches. Yes, and so that's what shown in a munyere, no one can be. Because Yamao Bona, Utimio de. Ye ko fan to ensemenyo e de aba enti now doku onia grobium
very
serious o bantu ensemenyo so bebo enti de biasa na Harry Kano plus now what you say e was play enso twachi a even say na ye ka Bruno Fernandes Bruno obi ametu no
obi antimi
what you say Manuel Ugarte e 2x4 on Arsenal on timi ntena bench ba Manchester obo obi anko enya no hwentini nya ne de Kopa players no ana Harika no wanya players o me ko mo ho amawa masa obua wanya quality a Barcelona starting season last season Barcelona G League but we share 5-6 matches a Barca born league we ma because na nye players no coach ni no se masa mempede mo ye no mutimu ya mo de Lamia ma wonya hwe o Canadian the play actually players no
na you boys on bubufu
ye be pam coach no inside na ko busa question no e be league dia man penfo na pam and on United fans na niji ya pam but results any kwan the way team na ekono omo mfa ho kopa e yade ba ko ehu o hwe Barca na Espanyol na
ya me hwe kakra
one Garcia ya de bi chance ba no save ye etina Espanyol play na save ball ono fan defender Gerard Martino piano kopa piano vaso e bama Barca no sabe bi o piano ko e wana ka ball ne ko se etide na ben tu say metum ho ami nuro we na ben ma mi piana onko clear ball no eye hawa
everything to see
what I say but oko United a ohu sa because competition bia no United needs car onko top player quality bi edna be tena Bruno Fernandes achi on na bia Brian Buemo ko bia no ho a obeshem Ruben Amorim ka so pe ayi a friends Victor Gers omo ne nam ho a omo ko fa Benjamin Sesko bai
nyane player
what I say enti enema be bre ne wom Nema be Pep Guardiola ontimi nka o se me pe Leberante 6th when nyama me afa ne second player or quality enti what wa de bi adwendwene daw so Copa United me ka Harika sem bi ba me so me de 12 say e bia na Ruben Amorim enye type of coach
and you can say
me de bia me ka Copa ade a ehu obom says coach a wetima coach Sporting Lisbon ode enkwala nketen a coach agidi ni chese na nkura ni bu no do be kan nkura ne ye Sporting Lisbon players omo no enye bi na Manchester wo omo top omo level osoro etide na ama ontimi coach and na me ka the same time ba Liam Rosinia oba chess no ontimi anya adwuma na a players na won because Strasbourg otimi de share Paris Saint-Germain eko French Ligue this second year there no oba chess na quality wo hoi so kind of players na tie ontimi nya successful da
Okay. Tiago Tozikaba.
Ruben Amorim Kopa. Manchester United Panama can
also educated.
The last coach United be Pamano.
Maybe he was supposed to go there, but at least be but do fan. That's what I. But why educated?
The last coach United be Pamano. Say hierarchy na who the person mo ya. The last coach United be Pamano.
But since yɛntwɛ bana Edmond Saford nso mfa yɛnwuram yɛbana stories nyinaa ba yɛba tana wa lose appetite na untumi ni din so a wobɛhia time herbal mixture ni bi na ɛno nso atima bonte adura we no masa ɛyɛ best yi just adura obiara hia bi ko general body pains so say to ase kra afi makase empese di pains ebe start empese di malaria fever be start afi ani empese afi na ennuane siso ne ntumi ni di meso enya fast na wo ye dia so tumi di enti mekanfo time herbal mixture di amount yesa the time echichi nso di aba ɛno nso sɛ utumi enya bia ɛboaw na two rashes nyinaa se edi amount enti mo a rashes agu mo private parts no utumi enya time echichi ni bia no ne adura ebehim kura na amaskin nso asa atoso ana mo amfa ma bra mo dwonso so behia time echichi ni bi we support immune system no general well being so eno ne adura mekan for the amount ana ma performance e wo mpam nso tumi sa pagya enti adura mani memanyina obi tumi nom na ura pharmacy shop ni herbal shop bia obenya bia to number be feda ginchiremu ne 0244 417669 0244 417669 na unse to me aka time herbal mixture na fi time each ni bi na bibia nso ay kama ma mentia me manager Joe Louis Ferguson ma mentia no penya me
Joe mitia o bibia wo bia na bro nya man tonka
Ogo so na onyo kesi ti Joe Louis sa obetinka me manager dia na bronya ko ni town
we dey ba ko pe no wa feel no time feel
no ni town dia dia into Joe Louis Ferguson ya cha no pe na me ko so insha no onyo kesi na topic na bibia nso ya kama dia
na ko pon down ma ko Leberante ne eyesen enra
ena me hu ma brief video bi on TikTok on ma na amazima yes man invitation I'm say na ma brief we dey enya yi o me enya ma na wo na me po to dey me invitation me enya ma na box me I say me coffee o I say cause ma brief say na ma we dey onye na ma me special invitation so we tell no pa dem ma we can be here but no one can and edo obakumase
oba naija
Emeka mama who say one ma brief nkasa na invitation on family dey no
we don pay card no
card dey hear me card dey you never know the card ma brief me chala no pay nice great go shall we shall no nyane kesi topic na mo say Yakobo akora bi on
I am Coach Ghazali as a folk assistant coach
na
eja o say Sunday o mu game o mu boy no na tension kakra e wo mu ti boy no o say ye boy so mu kro mo ye nkwala boni pa o say ball nya konchen na eja ni team ni lead na mo so abrochire nyina
hwe
anya na Hazard ko nya ho amane
o mutimi to bo ni bi
ana allegedly akwala say Ghazali hwe na sum
akwan zo hwe na sum
o say boy na kasa nti sensem ni nyina
asem we di na me mbeza nka magie de wode
yego blue light yego blue light chase ni guys
asem mbeza magie
7:30 sports no local segment in the time so I send some ya boa no ya be esapetena santema ene Ghana and some ekoso ewo embato ya go ekensemo na mami some na sem from Ghana Football Association akate me patom coach a friend Ghazali wano ene assistant coach so edema across of okay bobo ekono na Ghana Football Association na me patom ma charge open kese no sem allegedly no no ene assistant coach na boy na no kwesede awatakwate ne park no wo osesam boss ni bi anso edema players no se koncha opeja ball no wato ade amam no ensam kakra bi esie ama Ghazali charge on a branch no ma branch no kwaso pan ni so any ade ntu join our Facebook page wa Sika FM 895 live sanso na YouTube no Sika FM 895 official woko wa me pato benya and some sisi ye hanso awo ayatakwate ne pako abra Ghazali koko apayo dia brand ne timunya me na me mono munya ne man mono no Ghana Football Association so mo a charge a coach no or up to a Thursday that is 8 January 2026 so be responding to charges and pay for also the abono no na me pato the bobo in question na Ghazali penabono announces obono no bobo na akasa yankone me pa chonko tie bobo na see coach Ghazali eden nsa kan no yanko tie ne kakra
so menya bobo na incidents ne ba ne coach entem no kofi ba ne sen eden ne sie
bacho na na bo na eko na me say dem sadia me fa bo na mato no ti me fa na player na ka che me say minjai ball na ball nko na like omudi nti minjai nti me coach ne baba fa ball na to ma player na me yede be me na wo ball so me na wo ball so na no ba no be ball ma so na me so we say me nyama nko wa bla ball ma so na me so me ball you ball ko I didn't know to blue say pin the company you are the ni say bacho suddenly o ma ka check by them but I don't hear nation because like 14 film ka 14 film dey ka meja man akurat me like me innocent na baba masudia sinama menche akwala le oni peninya asema ye den.
Okay, I know I Kofi no say senior man mentwe Kofi say one twida
Ghazali
I say Ghazali apana sumde ono so the blow shine ko ho
Taze gida me say green people no Ghazali nkwa de na ba
adoso pa
me say ayi Ghazali nkwa na o ma charge no
debi o ma charge Kofi bebre
like me oni boy ni de na make
debi boy ni de Ghazali nkwa no ma charge no
se boy ni so ka football no bi
o ka ho
so no so body beauty se no so charge me no nyina
but Ghazali na call no so e no pa na so
na boy ni so retaliate
no so
the boy ni so kan na say boys o mo nka ball no bi
o mo ka ho
se no so charge no na
o mo ka ho mo se na see UK no o se boy no ma nya ne hwe hazard de ro o se boy na hazard ball o se hazard mo na so ye shi ba boy de
o se hazard den boy ni so am hazard we no so ball we na point you asa akasa o
okay
enti we no o so no so charge ni bi na me kan kwa asema na
omo nyina ka football no omo nyina ka na ma football ne ko
so no so charge ni bi
enti say F no so frɛ no wow say frɛ Kofi say senior man mentwi kala ba yase rade o say senior man mentwi I want to waka enti kopa eno so eno no na Ghana Football Association say na no pay yan kan che wiase nyina say Park Academy sansom na Posity omo home venue no me pa cho indefinitely omo tumi eyusu till say efe no so de aircraft baba bontin say ometumi eyusu match venue ti krata damani me na no person sia no say Posity omo home ground sanso na Park Academy omo home venue no me pa cho omo tumi eyusu biem eteno so sam kakra ya de emamo sanso na me pa cho doctor ya fa no Dr. Richard Samuel Kojo wano Park Academy me pa cho mutim doctor no so Ghana Football Association a charge no so ko enframamu radio so ekoka ensem bia ensem fata egu football hufi enti empefo enso den attaje no eno enso kakra ena anope de mamo Park Academy bobo ekono me pacho omonso osi kwapate mi pao osi Park Academy have been charged with multiple breaches of the Ghana Football Association this morning code 2019 following their Access Bank Division 1 game against FC Ashanti Gold 04. It is alleged that the supporters of the club assaulted players and officials of FC Ashanti Gold 04 and match officials and engaged in throwing objects onto the field and the players during the game. The club has till 7th January, that is Wednesday, to respond to air charges yadin and so abominity Park Academy among a charge no and a media to Jano Gamba air Swedo All Blacks and so me pato among a charge omo Abramani Kumasia Santikorako Ebo Nano air Cosedano me pato Saturday Omuti Motel no Swedo All Black supporters no echo board disturbances pa hotel na enya sam keto akra enti omonso Ghana Football Association charge omo so mo out to kwada omomra no monso inform response no enya den embeto ayo manimu enti no nso sam kakra enem no pay yade eto etiefo nimu ewo sika 89 0.5 but second Holy Stars so me pato efenom enso abomuka omo afine omo 5,000 Ghana cedi no one yomo edi ema boboku a me pato ye friend no but second Holy Stars omo so mo matcha omo any young apostle enso adepem so no me pato misconduct nyama bi ekoso enti ayade efenom abomuka 5,000 Ghana cedi you see the club was found guilty of failing to publish video highlights of the match within 48 hours and no also any charger eja dia boma says can eso monsum etumi eden etua interno so any kakra e wo wa yade mamo Medium Sporting Club on so me pato efenom afan yomo asansom omo warning pa omo so match omo ne boboku a ye friend no young apostle ansom ade epem so no me pacho omo so ye say ya find omo guilty say na strips be just omo share no na nyema ba ko mienu bi wom na say edin no ye twere ene edin no anasa na mane edin no na ebi eni akire enti empefo anso ade abomo eka anso so ante no so kakra de mamo Kalara United ebobo ekono so Ghana Football Association abomo eka esanso monso nema bia ensamfata abra wo mo ene boboku a ye friend Medium Sporting Club nso edepem so no monso nema bia ensa enye de emfata entime pato monso efe no afan omo ese wo mo emetua 5,000 Ghana cedi enti no so ensam kakra kope enanope free oba yade ema tiefo ene anope ewo show ne so Kumasi Asante Korokonso me pato pay 5,000 Ghana cedi anase afan no 5,000 Ghana cedi amonso omomacha omo ene summer tax 1996 enso edepem so no ensam bebrebe epiemu referee no mo ye nema bia na ensam fata kono so keka kansem bi na emwa football no etibe paton pay for enso abo Kumasi Asante kotoko enso so eka wo a ene anopay ye de eto etiefu animo enso so ewo show no so na kopa ma minkom Leberante fe no Mohammed Sal Ilisu enso so akache me pato Leberante osi akan e de emam AS Monaco ewo French League 1 nimo na Leberante na pra na asema ene anopay Ghana for ya ti ya yansuru and so say Mohammed Salisu no so the rest of the season and now you bet to make kiki ball it's a World Cup akwako fesi UK anase England national team no abrante no entumi nsia kan emfama the Black Stars of Ghana inte no enso ene asema na no pay yetia enya sempa ye de etum etiefo enso so enim ene anopay asofo kakacho mame mwura ho sansensem ho me pato mo goalkeeper ye fan Solomon agbesi ena anopay manya ne ntia se bobo ku a ye fan TP Mazembe omo esa abrante no omo enyana omo enso so de epe enti TP Mazembe eso interest ewo abrante a ne din enso ede Solomon agbesi enso so ede emu mame enko MTN FA Cup no esan say datna matches no bi enso na say matches ebe koso ewo MTN FA Cup ho na Kumasi Asante Kodoko ebe welcome King Faisal ewo Baba Yara Sports Stadium me pacho 3 p.m. Etiefo ensha no so amfama me sansom na kpando out of lands amonsom ani bobokuo ye efe ano na God FC ensom edi besie ni dendenden ewo eyawa enye ize kpando Sports Stadium kick off time no exactly 3 p.m. Mediama Sporting Club and so amo ansom ebegina kono dendenden anya izikra amo som ene babokua ye efani bibia ni Ghost Sansom ede bepem so takwa ti ene pako ewo ana me pato game no ansom ebede ebebaso Tamale City ansom ebe welcome Kaloro United ewo Aliu Mama Sports Complex so exactly 3 p.m. ena game no ansom ebede ebebaso interno so ayakakra efri oba me pato no pemede mamo mami ram bobo ku afena cross of kakati biemo obie enim say na no kweseda wamo ene Mediama Sporting Club ade pem so no na eda joda say team no enso etumi agina home me pato enra 4 p.m. coach ya friend coach Masawudu Didi Dramani e friend mrante say hey me mrante momra recovery Zali 4 p.m. to 4 p.m. no that is no coach your friend no Masawudu Didi Dramani one name rante no and some to me acquire recovery me patra na no pay 9 am training no kra asas da omo enso eya hoboboa e de akwako efesi eya bobo kwa friend ho United interno some eya house nkoma kakra me patra me di emamo na goalkeeper your friend Benjamin Asari on your fully fit obey available for selection on air da kweseda sanso ana Hussein Mohammed obekaya bra Kumasi Asante Kodoko ene house of folk pem so our cross sports stadium no me pacho go bi APM na go no bi mo say offside bi mo say offside after the game no abrante no charge said Jakitan and said Jatili ani kokwa pai ama oko referee ne so assault ne ade me pacho F ne tenase no wa man 3 madman ni nyina no wasavia wi ono nsum weekend obey available for election international kakra ene anopay ye de emamu on the show na Ghana ni abrante ba ko bi so abon homodi ye papa na osiakan anso edema AS ana AZ Hackman na me pato bobo ekono ono energy go of December the month of December no wono ena me pato ni go no feye papa abrante e friend Ibrahim Sadika o den sam kakra anso etumi etudwa ye say sound no producer say entumi anko entimo fa nteye pa wo se na ni age say niam anso etumi tuto mo ma na watumi age player of the month of na say goal of the month of December no ono enso de etumi age interno so some kakra and no pay di emamo na me pato Ghana Premier League the first one na ba wiye na ya say weekend ya nya dia ya gi home na me pato last season no first one ni kwa wiye na bobo kwa friend bibia ni Gold Stars wono na me pato olidie na o the 33 points and na okitemu kakra sa and o the agi league no na me pato first one no so kwa wiye this season no Mediama Sporting Club and na wo olidie okita 34 points into amount for say na ye afidada no saa na afie ebe sansom de etumi aye into no som kakra na anopay me pato me di emamo house of folk for say men kan chamo say wo mo ayo madwen say nka weekend nka omo ye work be our Kran and Potemo, that is the Greater Accra Chapters Council. No, one more MP for a Magin say, in commodity health work, we also as a so House of Folk Etita for no, almost be binti, Sam Gema, a domanimo, more also and United in Inti. say work no omo atu enso e de ase eye eda afoforo nti eno nso eye nsam kakra ena no pay ye de ema etiefo ewo eye show no so na Ghana Premier League ne kopa players womo aya assist pa wo se kanena sa de we entanye say no say di nyina ka ho abrante fe no Peter Amidu Akwa wono na afi me pato assist no bako 7 na watumi aye sanso na remember Boateng ono so si akan edema Aduana Stars me pato assist no waye 5 sanso na abrante fe no Richmond aye Koka ono esi akan edema Young Apostle ono so wa hye aye anasa assist no waye 4 so no na J Summertex aye 1996 ono so assist no waye 4 Brema aye ban ono so si akan edema Bibia ni Gold Stars ono so me pato wa hye anasa assist no waye 4 enso edema ene boboko no entikopa mrene ko yemfa ensem nsi na abedwafo emetena se na afei ensem no wamo empa pamu no mu wuramu na omo tatemu enso emfama etiefo ene anopai ewo esika 89.5 mame fa nkoma abrafi aso
na musu kudus the coach is
kudus coach no na me be sorry
okay
no na me be sorry na afei say we say kudus the star boy
yeah star boy
nti pa na sem de kote na ma abrafi se men kan chel say se wo Ghana ha anasa santimantamu a na wo be ma na ulesi miema ma ga level no wo so na me pato se men kan chel say niam no de aba US of A na anu no free ho ba me pato Europe and UK niam ne de wo ho dadada nti bomodi a se opese ulesi miema ope jeans t-shirt sansum and slippers me pato emema shoe quality ones no designers woni ma mo wiase nyina no ko benya ne niam ne bi enso ade atumi ato me pato perfumes asort no ma me no enso ade aba o se men kan chance still 20% discount no eguso a ekoso aye dendenden o wo asafo labor say round about to do any elche aye atonso no wonsa aye me pato benkum so be hu no wo fi atonso enso ba na oya ben labor round about na wonsa ni faso obe hu no sanso ana wo bie ba ko ewo bantama bemu Bantama oni bemu no ene di eye animhwe anase Bantama ne Comfort Teaching Hospital no ene ye opposite sanso ana obi ya guest house ne die se die ho ena asanteman nyina anso age atomu enti we say ye bi na o ye program bi na o ye ana wa ho bi ene free amanone aba wa ho bi ene mo free me pacho se bi ankran sunyane takwa aba upe bebi amomo ada amomo suma adwoma e obi ya guest house so ena make for the amount air condition rooms and qua ura house yes a day esidamu swimming pool near the nyina and some air day awo and the pato baby ama wo agina homia ayo obia guest house say ho and me pato kokko ede eje owo air croposa say oben oti air school no and so de hu akwala ya wo ne kra owo air croposa say wa bisanso probia air guest house so from abrafi e was 0244 615441 0244 615441 na me pato ni abrafi enso entwetwe enkomo yenkonkotie Tottenham Hotspurs head coach ne ensama odi tudwa efa Kudus Mohamed ni injury no wakasa kakra e dia fa yenkotie open kese no.
Yes. He's going for a scan here 1 o'clock to clarify the issue. So unfortunately I don't have how can I say a big update on it.
Okay, so but obviously ruled out for
yeah, most likely ruled out for Bournemouth.
Okay, bomb of them in the pair and our coach and say you're ruling it out into Kudus Mohamed Benyano and so I call air work up to Coco to Jenny Manwaka Ghanaian players no more de Mokon Kana you don't call work up and work out more also so our empire Mokoba Mami friends Baminchia total filling station our Tafo manager dot and no on a girlfriend mo Godemo and the guys singing and no pay Michamo Pamisanso Emamo Afishapa into Copa. Okay,
thank you very much. I know Toxic Edmond or Safard now did the local stories in so Eddie Gu on so Eddie Amenti. I know you're the American baby phone lines and so the ama will be able to penis on sweat me Edward Drinchen and so Eddie Abba. At the time, so I say number sub for 0544 24 40 40 and if 0506 895895. It's a time so now on so what me Edward Drinchen and so the Abba. You will say My name is Gabby Stone from Aswansi Gene Line. Good morning to you, or Copper. Chelsea will not qualify to the top 4 by all means. I mean, it's a way you say Empire say the way since we are the opposition. I don't know, but and don't say what you know. Yeah, that's a partner. They don't know. Okay, a great
I do my voice and I'm a bomb and concerning him. I think say or say you're charging Gazalia, charging Akulano. We see players see job on it too. Fine. And you are a Mediama venue. Definitely, you have soft spots for Mediama. Abuchini na Wajatu or Babe Fabon. Then and I'm them as I was. Also, Anyashe. Sabu Gazali, when you're teaching or a sports master, if you can't offer us, if you are the baby, if you are New York Tribunal. Well, Fabon, man, also I don't know what's so. My time need say ya send team omo pekati ebia me say wonya match na obato nsa. The videos are there. Boy in interview I think say number boa ama whoever be transfer on the disciplinary committee men so Gazali say o ya dey so obo ebufu na ba no obo no ho Gazali anya dey. But the act of the ball boy, or say, and painful so share, net travel ko other centers. ABC Babayara, ABC Golden City Park, ABC. Oh, Kofa Bono, now the office player na Kofa different. Now, or say Kofa na wa bear when I say to call chair. And the Kofa has a dear member. Obia house in control the temper. Intervene. And for more Kagazali Nkwa, they should deal with the ball boy say, I'm on the picture. If they do whole season, I can second round, no. Omunin fee, Mediama ball boys in. Stadium of Combine man on try take it to have become more money. Me, judge and I may tell your man, but and so I say, you ball boy be koye ball boys we kai. Last year or last 2 years, you have joined Mumbai in so boom, many Broman, some routine and talk my CKFM. A be donation and that Kwame Bar and Brim Ring cool jacket, say, a suit on BC. A BC. Between the game, born dear, and your mattress cacrawum, but and Koyani down say, oh, for penny, papa penny. Ya send it in over, say, and I'm them. Oh, just a father, I'm them now war born. Oh, yes, I say, one, yes, na obo me metuma boni bi o nti ase ene collab no wonder 13 14 years poster na bobo down mwakwa 29 32 respect your elder the whole form na wo dream won say we 15 years we 16 years what team from bi and mabo em fam ya ya 6 one na yepe and therefore you must look at that bubble issues because baby league ebe challenges ebebem in terms of the second round say nyama ankoya ball boys never start because points in the and second round on start at the hit ebeba too bad for Mohamed Salisu. Every tournament and MSC need to see Mame Kai Abrante Baba Idris Yabako 2022 and Mame Kai Jerry Akamenko by waiting a long time will be in the system. Maybe I brought like I said the end of the season. Oh, hope to say we will recover them. You can't blast us key defenders ever since Obama joining. Unsure that exceptions my blasters, but he has been playing. And Coach Otuado Epen alongside Ibia Jiku of late now that young boy in Chabacao, Ajeti Anan. Ajeti Aji. There's this boy no so rival account Abdul Moment. No injury qualifies such a number. so omo back what the issue Joseph Edu last weekend, oh boy, he's there. But I'm hoping, sir, if you can salisu, by anya salisu, or say Otuado, start to far plans about Leberante Salisu. Say who will place Salisu? Oh, couple time into my information about cinema. I praise. You can't make a picture of me, ma'am, studio. What? Yeah, me and Madame for Australia Boga Sylvia mo Cynthia no movie. Almost sister penny Madame Gladys Adjuna. Kumi for Australia ba mo be here yin da. Ti ye mam shedding. Boga Sylvia Kumi Daniel. Mumia penny Madame Gladys Adjuna 62 years and wenya AK Adwa Boss. I'm not my day. I was something.
Abbas, Naboko de
Bokos, no Bokos out.
They said the me who the cost.
Bonnie, the Dika Case said, yes, you debo Nachisa, I will do some ya almost all mobile ball. Nasabi, excuse me to say, set it to the end of by Jimmy Bray. Kakasa, we are no makasa. Omuna Sam Siki Kunya no moba. Titifono nombe chire se isi tena wiase sisi okay ko ba bia yedi niam adue de we de o man aduru sisi ya ne de menyi ni yese e wo future e we success ni nyina de bia me ba me complaini esra so kwan me complaini masa accident bi esi anopa bi na tete this video comment me amfa video me ntimi anopa ya na macha no ya sesu station one masa so bedwin wa say e duty ni leaders enipa adwene enye straight nti e di ni leaders say enipa ko obi twitu kum nipa pay as a crime scene no man su brafo na road na adane crime na da hono ende enya bia road na da hono a omama na adane crime road na da hono enya bia anopa nipa 9 on 9 and front wire from say rosuom me we on mine no say you see bu mine no ayo roso to trom dade no ade omde where say be anade na omde yesit et me we say the as ye giant say obi anye de ope ba obi ye bibiase a cheno essential road like adane crime road don't use bluff the crime road e communifa just demarcation road marking omonye
what my road marking
and then 4 weeks so bia but two guys omo de mrewafo omo de abro atwam ka bo omo ne abro ni na ku omo
esseso na
obi ono on save obi no afi ono lost the life no demarcation na sabu ko nwuram kura no nwuram mu a demarcation abo bia woni territory woni sabu diji amentra ha me da enye yie me di agwo ha enye yie me ko ha na me fa ya kasem ya ka because no degree ya do street sense na kasanti ya di anka ho na omo nye sa na nyame na osoro be obia wo do omo hwe de sa manipa ngusa anopa nipa so de kwaduma omo nine nyina back seat no edipa 3 no mo wache back seat no mo nyina nine say that there etanwaka na be boto oh
Jesus Christ
ale yenyo mo dey say yenyo mo dey and yenyo leaders say ni makindom akwai da crime road ya ka kom so monye omunyom ntra o yenko bizu yenka omunya do mbetimi ni yehwe de wiase ne beduru 7 sports ya betra ni panti ni betra ubi afidie ne se ni panti a masa udi metra etisi basi ya
de hia pa
e twini pan
ai de hia basi hia pa
twini pan se omatimi pa tra masa de wi se omai wi ade efe ne card ye asa omajai system na manipa se obi anya de ope Devani for overload. Or for overload, no say charge boy. Just a tabo. Ni alobi and tabo. One no for overload. One no kwan was at chem. Are. don't person the patrice can come the pass on ase wo oba mu ana
mani de bia ye to like
person the patrice can walk to no maka say we cry we within ase oba mu ana
na gaba fon so sisi nipa na ye ku nipa obi anso
e ti bisa observer ni ba ko say tisi me be for 2 cities or dashboard so abe plan na
ompene
e dey tira media wo bu me na me media na normal
e fa pan mu bia
e fa obi ahu e fa obi ahu e dey don go say ye on be wu ye be wu o ma no mo fa because the adru no ya secure kan che o mu a enya don be hwe ita hwe adru anumra e fra so one day e fra so to aputo da to kurom e six cities yo ultimate 12 cities 50 cities that what we can etia
enu na me ko mampo
you know bezesi
me ko mampontin ya abas me ka 4
e dey no bezesi
ade aya wi be 12 asena
e mo ne bi avusa animal kingdom e ye mo so nya ni bosunie ade we da ho